mic was right. Good evening, everyone. My name's Mark Allen Lovewell. This is Molly Conole.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to another Sunday at Sea, on a Sunday night.
Another one.
Another one. We're doing another one. And what a busy week we've had.
Oh,
we have had
busy
a full week.
Very full. So many fullnesses. Very, very many things. But the biggest one was last night, right?
Oh my gosh, last night was a big deal.
That was a big deal. That's right.
Last night, or yesterday late afternoon, Molly and I appeared before an audience at the fair, the agricultural fair this year on Martha's Vineyard. It's an annual event, and we were part of it, and we had a great show. And it was just a half-hour show. I think that's probably the best way to say it. And
yeah, we set up and clean up about 20 minutes, and a little storytelling, some songs, good stuff.
We had a significant number of friends show up.
Yeah, and family, friends and family. Thank you very much. It was really wonderful to see everybody. Really wonderful.
Want to get us the word?
Oh yeah, let's get that. Let's switch over here. This is helpful. Oh my, we got an alarm going off now. I don't know what that's about.
What's that? Each summer I remember holding hands at the fair midway. Whipped cream on our lips, from eating hot blueberry pie. Carnival rides, fresh squeezed lemonade, pink cotton candy that sticks to the cheeks like glue. Looking back, it couldn't have been better if everyone waved a red, white, and blue. summer. Pumpkins and squash are clinging to the vine. Bright flowers, they are for picking. Grapes are ready for Jerry wine.
Oh yeah.
The swimming season, it's nearly over. Only one thought crosses this islander's mind. We all want to meet on the midway. We did.
We did.
And
Maybe
hold somebody's hand.
not naming any
Yeah, I
names
know
or
your
anything.
So let's go roam the fairgrounds, watch the farmers do what they do.
We do that too.
And taste that blue
Ribbon. Not the ribbon.
taste that blue ribbon blueberry pie.
Oh, the pie.
Well, next year, like you, I'll be returning with this lady and whole little ones around. Can't miss that golden pharaoh. We're gonna have a barrel of fun.
Oh yeah.
I got a memory of a Ferris wheel spinning. So many friends we cherish, they're not around. But I will be back with a dream and a wish to come holding my grandchild's hands. Everyone sing with us, please.
So
Let's go roam the fairground, watch the farmers do what they do, and taste that blue ribbon.
wait for it.
Taste that blue ribbon blueberry pie. Oh yeah. Taste that blue ribbon blueberry
We get so excited about the pie.
It's all about pie.
It's all about pie. Oh boy, we saw some blue ribbon, yummy looking stuff there yesterday too. And a shout out to Aunt Molly, my Aunt Molly who won a blue ribbon.
Did she win
for
them?
the
Oh,
carrot
boy,
cake.
that's right.
Blue ribbon carrot cake. Oh yeah. Lots of friends won blue ribbons and all kinds of ribbons. It was fun to see everybody's name on their things. I just love the fair so much.
And it was so much fun. We have so, it's like a shout out. We get a shout out to all the friends who showed up for our concert, showed up.
That's right.
And so those who couldn't make it even, we had
Yeah.
such an enormous surge of
People came
energy.
from all over.
It's such a
Yeah.
treat.
Yeah. It was
We love you
wonderful.
folks, and
Thank you.
thank you. I mean,
And some people who sent messages like, "Oh, I wish I could be here," from faraway places too. So
that's
that
right.
all meant a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, really. I mean, it is a community feeling. The thing about that song, "Let's Go to the Fair," was yesterday was the first time, debut, performance live
At the fair.
at the fair.
No pressure.
No pressure. At the fair.
At the fair. Yeah, that was special.
I wrote it years ago. 2
Yeah.
years ago, right?
COVID years, right?
Last year we were going to perform it at the fair, but because of so many cases of COVID, they canceled the
No
social
singing, no
social
singing,
eventual
right?
program. So anyway, so We did it last night. We did it yesterday.
Yeah,
What a treat. And
that
we
was
got people
special.
singing
Yeah.
in the audience. We got people singing the chorus. So
That was
it's a great thank you to all of you. Thank you. Thank you to my audience. Thank you to Molly's audience. Thank you to our family.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was a family event
So
too.
much family came.
We had
Your family, my family, all different families. It was really
and then the
awesome.
friends of these
so
family
sweet.
came.
Yeah,
The friends
yeah.
of their family. It was
So
just
nice.
really good.
Very, very special. Thank you all. Thank you all. And I see all your wonderful text messages across the room.
Oh my
So
God,
thank you for those
point.
too. Thank you. We're glad you're here, whether you're sending a comment
Stay
or not.
with us on the show because we're going to talk about whales later on.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
whales.
But one of the tunes we did yesterday, and we've done this for you,
Oh.
but we love doing this.
We did this yesterday. I got everybody clapping and dancing. I got some nice video of my little nephew clapping. He's 4. It was so adorable. It was so cute. So this is a clapping one. So go ahead and clap or dance or
All right,
something,
so you're going
right?
to set the rhythm on this one right here. We
2,
go.
3, 4. She goes. That's the name of it.
That
there
sounds like a
she
recording.
goes.
All I have to do is miss one note, then you know it's a live show.
That's
I'm
right.
singing when I'm
We're
going
keeping
through this.
real.
This sounds like so off of a recording. It sounds so, it sounds like you and I practice a lot.
Oh yeah, that would be good if we found that time. That's been hard to come by.
And I thought,
have a
all I
good
have to do is just miss one note, and then it sounds
Then
like
it's
a
authentic.
live show.
That's right. It's
And it
authentic.
becomes a live show. But we do it so well, so tight, and
That's right.
we love Irish music, and
We love it.
I'm sure you have your own wanna list or wish list for us as we look to the winter ahead.
We're gonna do more of those.
We're going to do
right?
more of that.
We're
That's
gonna
right.
do more of those.
We're going to do some more of that.
It's
We're
just so
definitely
darn
gonna do
fun.
some more of that.
So fun.
And my son Alan just sent me a text with another tune that he thinks
We should do that one too.
Oh my gosh, anyhow, we love family, and we love you for all of the encouragement and suggestion of tunes. Please, if you have tunes for us to do, please let us know. I mean, no promises because it's a struggle, but it is fun to do a good tune.
And
right?
newer tunes are harder to do because then they're copywritten and then the police come after us. The sirens
gosh.
come from the copyright office.
Can I tell them about what happened last week?
Sure. Yeah, that's good. That's very fun.
This will
Yes.
happen again today.
Yeah, may. Yeah.
So, if you've been paying attention to YouTube and you've been paying attention to all of the streaming services and whatever, everybody's trying to make some money. And they don't want you to violate somebody's copyright. If somebody has a tune, like if you and I did a Paul McCartney song, or
Right.
we
We
did
gotta pay for that. Or acquire the rights.
we have to credit them, and we have
Yeah.
to do all kinds of things. So
Exactly.
there's been, in the last 2 years that I've been doing this, there's every once in a while I get hit with somebody saying, challenging. So no, they're not. No, they're saying that I'm doing somebody else's song.
Thing, and you have to come back, right?
So I have good news, but this is fun.
This is good.
This just made us laugh. So last week we did Let's Go to the Fair, right?
Uh-huh.
And I've done it before. I did it 2 years ago when I wrote it, and I did it last year just around it. Well,
this is good.
The YouTube police busted me for
singing
that song.
Copywritten song.
For singing Let's Go to the Fair. I'm not kidding. Now, take note of what I'm just saying to you. I got busted for singing my own song by YouTube. Now, there's a couple of things you have to click. Do you dispute that?
Yeah. Yeah. You did.
So the next morning when I found out it was that tune, because they bust me for other tunes and I have to dispute it. Because I'm pretty much I disputed it. I said I wrote it. And it's still being...
Yep, that was good.
Still, I mean, I'm not going to jail. And it's not... And the good news is... And the people who are challenging it aren't bad people. They're the people that I hired.
Yeah.
I can't tell them who it was. CD Baby. CD Baby is my distributor.
Right.
So CD Baby in this big digital age is busting one of their own artists
for his own song.
So just by performing this the second time, we're going to tomorrow morning. I'm going to see what happens. They're going to check. But anyhow, we are disputing it. We're saying I wrote it. I have proof, and they know I have proof because they're the customer. They're my customer. Anyway.
That's right.
But I thought it'd be fun to share with you because I just want you to know that doing this show for you every Sunday night isn't always a smooth road. It isn't always smooth waters.
That's right. We've had a few of those bumpy road things this week, haven't we? Causing us to wonder.
Oh, I forgot to mention.
Really?
I forgot to mention the newsletter.
Oh, yeah.
We have to tell you, for all of you who follow us carefully and are subscribers to the newsletter, you alreay know this. You just got the newsletter last week. The newsletter is out. It's a newsletter that I prepare for all of my strong followers. People who follow us carefully.
And it's a gift. It's so chock full.
8 pages. I think we did 8 pages.
So many.
And you can get it. If you're not getting the newsletter, you can get it so easy. Just go to my website, markallenlovewell.com, and there's a button or something. There's a button. You click it, and I just ask you a simple question. Who are you? And what's your email address? I send it by email, and I also promise you that I will not share your email address.
That's too much work.
With the community out there that wants to send you more junk mail.
Okay.
I only send the newsletter to people who want to get it. And if you're getting the newsletter and you don't want to get it, let me know and we'll pull you off the list. But we got people all over the world that are getting that newsletter.
That's
and we
fun.
just sent it out last week. And it's a big deal because...
It was chock full, right?
It's chock full, but it's a big deal also because I hadn't done one since May. I try to do it monthly. So
I think there's a new trend here. That summer's too busy. It's got to be a quarterly thing in the summer.
That's right, like my sailing organ or whatever. So anyway, so that's important news. And so we haven't done this yet. We got to give a toast to everybody.
Oh, good idea.
A toast to our friends.
Everybody.
A shout out to all our supporters.
That's right.
To you, thank you for
family
your
visiting
continued
from
support.
afar.
What an adventure we've had this summer.
That's right. But it has also been a wacky week of all kinds of things coming from left field. I can say that in the technological field, of some of the techie things I've had to do at my job this week are just like, you press all the same buttons and you expect it to work the same as last time. Oh no, you've had some of those challenges this week too, haven't you?
Oh my gosh.
So it's like it causes you to wonder, right? It causes you to wonder. Which reminds me of a song. I don't know about you.
Well, before we go to the song, I gotta say that there's this big issue when you're a kid growing up about trying to figure out how the world spins, how everything works in the world, and you're a kid, you know, and you don't have it all figured out. So there's this amazing life skill that you pick up from your parents, from someone in your family who loves you.
That's right. Speaking of family.
We're speaking of family. We're speaking of family. When you're a cute little kid, you know, he's going around the world, he's seeing all these amazing things, and he's got a question for his parents. All the time he's got a question. So he's pulling on the skirt of the mother, pulling on the pants of the father. And just this last couple of weeks, the same thing arose.
Sorry, mosquito. Got it.
She always upstaged me.
You're
You always
safe.
upstage me. She's just such a great person. You're a wonderful lady.
Protecting you.
So just in the last several months, they sent the telescope is now up in the James Webb Telescope.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
James
Those
Webb
images.
Telescope went up out there. It was up there taking amazing photographs, and we could spend a show. We could do a whole show about my love for astronomy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so here you got these cute little kids roaming around the world with the big universal question that they got to get answered. And they just sent the James Webb Telescope is sending back pictures. And it comes back with the same information.
Mm-hmm.
The same question and the same answer. Oh why, 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 oh why. You know what we're talking about. I mean, you remember when you had kids roaming around you and they were always asking you all these questions.
Maybe you're the kid and you're still asking the question.
That's right. The James Webb Telescope is up there asking the same question. Oh why, 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 oh why. Because aren't we right? Because how many times have you said that? All right, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to humor it, because this has been that kind of a week.
It's been, and that's about all the lyrics that I can remember.
It's a tough song. But I tell you, this week that song was out rattling in the back of my head. I don't know what kind of week you had. This is nearly the last week of August. And between the fair, we had illumination night. We had illumination night on Wednesday night where they lit up all of all these lanterns in the town of Oak Bluffs on the gingerbread houses. And then on Friday night, there were fireworks. We had fireworks.
Mm-hmm. And people, because things are so crazy, they're doing crazy things with their cars, and then they're giving you looks like we're crazy. They're driving wrong
Molly
ways.
told me this amazing story today about
Yeah, I was in the post office, and they're going the wrong way around. You can see the parallel parking. Oh, anyways.
I mean, we don't want to trouble you. I'm sure you have all of your own stories too. But this is the week. This is the week.
And that's why we're here, because we can still sing. Have a good time. You don't need to think about that stuff. drinking ginger beer. Are we gonna
Come
sing a
on,
fishy
young
song?
sailorman, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of the fish and the sea. Blow your winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southern, so steady she goes. I gotta say that I'm singing this song because we want to talk about whales in the next few minutes.
That's a big fish.
So up comes the whale, the biggest of all. He went up aloft and let all the sails fall. Blowing winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southern, so steady she goes.
Sing along one.
So up comes the mackerel with his striped back. He stands on the deck and says, my name is Jack. Blowing winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southern, so steady she goes. Now up comes the bluefish. He's a wagging his tail. He flips and he flops and said, time to make sail. Blowing winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southern, so steady she goes. Now up comes the flatfish and we call him Skate. If you'll be the cap,
I'll be the mate.
she knows the song. Blow your winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southern, so steady she goes. You're good. So up comes the codfish with his chuckle head. He's out on the chains, heaving the lead. Blow your winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southern, so steady she goes. One more verse. So up comes the fisherman. He's stalwart and grim. He dips his big net in, scoops them all in. Last time, here we go. Blow your winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southern, so steady she goes. Blow your winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southern, so steady she goes. So we're shifting into the season now. We get the fair behind us and now we're looking ahead. And we have a fishing derby coming up, a fishing tournament called the Martha's Vineyard Striped Bass and Bluefish Derby. And that's starting in about 3 weeks. Starts Sunday, September 11th. It's a month-long fishing contest. It brings 3,000 fishermen together. They all enter, some of them.
Wow.
Many of them, and all of them, and we're all out there catching local fish, and it's such a sweet.
I've never done it.
I got a surprise for you.
Am I gonna get
I haven't
to do
told her yet. We're going fishing, honey.
Oh,
We're
cool.
going fishing.
Well, you
You're
told me
gonna
a
trade
cool-
your musical instruments, and we're going fishing.
You told me a very interesting thing yesterday that I didn't know before. You were talking about the difference between the striped bass and the bluefish and catching them and how you deal with them once you catch them. And you better be careful about those bluefish because they got teeth. Watch out for them.
We could even have a whole show about it.
All right, we're gonna have
I know
more
we really
of a
could. I
info
mean,
about
we really
that.
could, because it. I know my fishing friends out there are smiling right now because they just heard what you said and they said, "Oh yeah,
Oh,
gee,
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
oh yeah."
This
There's
is
a big
news to
difference
me.
between striped bass and bluefish when it comes to keeping your fingers.
Yeah, I want to keep my fingers clean. I want to still play the flute.
So anyhow, I want your comments, folks. I want your comments. We
Yeah,
want
maybe
your
some
comments.
of you have caught fish too.
Maybe we can
Put
talk.
it in
Maybe
there.
we'll have a whole show just talking about the differences between the fish. I've done this for you folks, and we did this. I do this on the newsletter. I do this on the newsletter from time to time. talk about, because people want to know. It's not obvious information that slaps you in the face when you walk along the waterfront. You know, the fishermen are volunteering information easier.
That's right. Yeah.
And I could just simply say to you, there's one quick little story about the circumstances of catching fish, is that I was out in my boat, just sitting in my boat doing my this and my that, and there was 2 kayakers who paddled by me and they were fishing. There was a mother and her son from Seattle. They were out kayaking with a fishing rod. I'm watching them, and my gosh, the little kid, I mean, he's probably 12, catches a striped bass. And you know what that does to your rod, and you're in a kayak, and he has quite a good time bringing it in.
And then what happened?
And then he got the fish on board. He didn't know what to do with it.
I wouldn't have known.
He didn't know what to do with it. Striped bass. I think he caught this.
Wow.
It's probably the biggest fish he'd ever caught.
Wow.
He didn't know what to do with it. He's got a lure in the mouth of the fish, and he's scared to death of what to do with it because it's got a big mouth. Well, I just grabbed the striped bass, put my thumb in its mouth, and you can do that with the striped bass. You put your thumb in the mouth, hold the mouth of the fish. You take your right hand and you can grab and unhook the lure around the fish. And the fish, you got his thumb around his mouth. He's not moving. He's not moving at all. Take that hook out and without injury. And then I gave the fish back to the kid.
Did they throw it back in?
And he released it. Sure, he released it.
Nice.
But he had no idea. Now, I'm going to correct you all because I don't want any of you to get hurt. Don't do that to a bluefish.
Yeah, that's what I learned.
That's what she was saying. If you do that to a bluefish, he's got teeth in there. You don't put your thumb in the mouth of a bluefish. You could put your thumb, you could put your pinky you could put your fist inside of a striped bass and he won't hurt you.
No teeth.
Unless you get way in there. But anyhow, the idea is that striped bass don't have teeth that are incidental or hurtful to you. And so Molly was amazed. But you fishermen out there, you already know that.
Yeah.
We could talk about it. But anyway, let's do this one thing. And then we want to talk about whales.
Oh yeah, we still got to get to the whale.
Okay. Nice one, thank you. Friday morn when we set sail, we'd not been far from land, when a captain spied a lovely mermaid with a comb of glass in her hand. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below. Spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a great old captain was he. I have a wife in Salem town, tonight a widow she'll be. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top. The landlubbers lie down below, below, below. And the landlubbers lie down below. Up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and a greasy old cook was he. I care more for my kettles and my pots than I do for the bottom of the sea. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top. The landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. Well, the cabin boy of our gallant ship, and a greasy old, no, dirty old brat was he.
Oh boy!
I have some friends in Boston town, and they don't give a halfpenny for me. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. While 3 times around went our gallant ship, and 3 times round went she. The 3rd time round our gallant ship, she sank to the bottom of the sea. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below, below, below. Landlubbers lie down below. You're great.
A lot of colorful characters there. I was confused about the words. I kept saying the wrong thing, so.
Well, we'll just keep doing it.
We'll just keep doing it, and I'll figure it out eventually.
We'll keep doing it.
I kept saying winds.
Molly and I have been
times.
hanging out together for a year. We've actually been hanging out for a year. We're actually having a little sort of like an anniversary, something we passed through.
Yeah.
So you can't imagine how much learning she's had to do hanging out with a salty character like me. And all these songs that I know. So we're kind to her.
Lots of salt.
And I'm saying to you, we're being kind to Molly. We have to be kind to her. Who would put up with this stuff?
I love it. It's fun. I like salt.
Anyway, we got to be kind to you. We got to be nice to you, right? Can we please have some comments that say the same thing? So every once in a while, I pull out a song that she's never heard, and whatever. And that's been the story of our relationship. And she pulls out all these amazing tunes that she knows. Anyway, but they.
It all works out.
And stuff like that. So we gotta talk about whales.
Talk about whales, yeah. That's right. Talk about whales. We gotta talk about whales. I'm gonna shout out all these nice people that are here. I see comments across the room. I'm gonna go say hi. Oh, here's Pam and Carol and Cynthia. Oh, yes.
Yeah, we got to talk. I want to give a big shout out to my dear, dear, dear friend, Ned Casey. Ned Casey is a local fisherman. Ned Casey does a lot of wonderful things in this community.
Hey, he's here. He's here. We got to talk about the whale.
Oh, is he in the show? Is he on the show?
Yeah.
All right, folks, you got to pay attention to Ned Casey. He has this amazing video. You got to friend him. You got to friend him.
Oh, lots of friends are here. Thank you, everybody.
He's a treasure. I have to say this before I even talk about the whale. I have to talk about Ned. There is this perception on the waterfront that fishermen are tough, hard, unfriendly, unkind. All right, and it's the exact opposite. They're beloved. They're wonderful, and they may hold a shell that portrays themselves that, but they're as sweet as they can be. Ned Casey, on the surface, is what he is in his heart. He's beloved by everybody. He's just a likable fellow. And when Ned opens his mouth, everybody pays attention because he's a storyteller too. And last Sunday, a week ago today, he was out in the boat 20 miles east of Nantucket. It's not that far from here, okay? He was out in the boat, bluefin tuna fishing. and he caught a video, put together a video of humpback whales feeding right near him, feeding on sand eels. Now, if you've ever watched any of the videos of humpback whales feeding on Menhaden in New York Harbor or the waters off of New York, there's a lot of videos. You go do a Google search on humpback whales and you come up with Menhaden and humpback whales. It's a beautiful scene to see these huge animals coming out of the water as they're having a feed.
Right next to you, this giant thing, and they're eating. Oh my goodness, that video was amazing.
One of my dearest friends years ago, and he's dead, Bill Searle, was an environmental police officer for Martha's Vineyard, and he was out monitoring humpback whale. It was out just off of Menemsha, and everybody was paying attention. And a humpback whale came out of the water right next to him. And I interviewed him. I wrote a story about this amazing adventure. And he said it was like watching a house come out of the water right next to you. Well, Ned has a video. Ned has a video of these happy whales. And they're not little. They're big whales.
There's more than one, yeah.
Feeding, 5 of them, he said. Five of them. Feeding on sand eels. And he posted it on Facebook. And if you friend him or whatever, he'll share it with you. He might even add it as a comment to the show tonight, because you got to see this. You got to see this amazing video that was recorded a week ago, 7 days ago, 20 miles east of Nantucket, at a place called Regal Sword Wreck. It's a wreck.
Wow.
And the waters east of Nantucket. Now, the waters east of Nantucket are treacherous for big boats, big ships, because they're shoals. They're areas of shoals, and it's really a wonderful spot if you're. And that's why he was there, because if you're bluefin tuna fishing, there's a lot of character and personality to the bottom, and the bait and the fish move around and whatever, and he might even put a comment or two, a story about why he was picking that particular area. But 20 miles east of Nantucket. Now, Nantucket isn't that far from here, but it's these waters. And if you ever get a chance to see Ned's video, you will agree with us.
It's an amazing video.
And Ned's the nicest man you could meet. You'd want to be in his boat with him when he does that. So we want to shout out to Ned, and as a wrap up to our show tonight.
That's right.
And this song that we always sing at the end of our show is a whaling song. It's a whaling song. It's a song called Rolling Home, and it's about whalemen out at sea. You know, they just hang out with a couple of beautiful Spanish ladies, and it's time to go home.
Time to go home.
With their oil. Bring it back to the dock. So anyway, we want a big shout out to Ned, and thank you, Ned, so much for sharing that video with your friends on the waterfront and beyond. We need those stories. We need those, because the world is so unhappy in so many places, on so many places. And it's just to get back to the basic idea of a whale having a good feed, having a good meal. Sand eels. Sand eels. Sand eels are a wonderful fish. They're about that big. And it only takes 1 million of them to feed a humpback whale. You only need 1 million of them.
Only.
So we want to make sure there's a lot of bait fish in the ocean. That's what we want. Anyway, thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. Oh my God, this may be one of our longest.
And sing along with this one. We know you know it.
Please comment. Please comment. We want to thank all our Patreon supporters. They're huge. They're generous to us. They help us do what we do. And we've got some hopes for this winter. If you'll help us out, we want to do things with the show. You know. We want to do things with our performing
Thanks
too.
just for being here too. We're just very appreciative.
Shout out to all of you. All hands, the man captain, see the cable running clear. Lead away and we do steer, going home. misty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Tighten those sheets, I'm pulling those halyards. Let her off, and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home, dear Thank you everyone for joining with us tonight. We did it again. We came up with a fairly good show.
And you're here.
Thank you all of your compliments for last week's show. You folks are wonderful.
Wonderful.
This week's show, I think we did okay today. Many thousands miles behind us, many thousand miles ago. Ocean lifts her waves to rest. Martha's Vineyard. Rolling home, near God's knee. Thank you, Ned.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for everybody who came to see us at the fair and came here tonight.
Oh, what a week. What a lot of happiness you brought us.